The facility on Orion Outpost 17 wasn't meant to break. It was meant to break others, constructed from osmium alloy walls and designed to withstand even a meteor impact. It had served as the central training complex for the Galactic Unified Forces for nearly a decade. Cadets from hundreds of species trained there. But today it stood trembling not from any seismic event, but because of her. Cadet Ayla Roan, the only human in this cycle, stood in the middle of the arena. Her cadet uniform was torn across one shoulder. Her knuckles bled. Her face was a mix of sweat, fury, and something far more terrifying. Calm. An instructor shouted from the control box above. "Stand down, Deathworlder." No response. "Engage her." The order followed. 3 Shurthak enforcers entered through the side door, each nearly 8 feet tall, plated in combat carapace armor, holding stun rifles calibrated specifically for humans. Ayla didn't flinch. She watched them, like a predator watching prey, pretend it's the hunter. The first shot hit her in the chest. A blue arc of energy exploded against her sternum, staggering her back. She grunted, breath caught, heart skipping. The second hit her thigh. The third caught her just beneath the collarbone. Any other cadet would have been on the floor, twitching or unconscious. Ayla's knees buckled, but she didn't fall. Instead, she smiled. "You're going to wish you hadn't done that," she said softly, and then she moved. The Shurthak barely had time to raise their weapons again. She closed the distance between them with a burst of speed no one had recorded from a bipedal organic dot. Her fist shattered the first enforcer's helmet visor, driving the creature to the floor in a gurgle of mandibles and fractured plates. Second tried to retreat, but Ayla grabbed his arm and twisted. Bones cracked. The rifle clattered to the floor. She followed it with a knee to the gut that lifted the 8-foot alien off the ground. He collapsed in a heap. The third managed to fire again, this time directly into her abdomen. Ayla snarled, dropped to one knee, and then launched herself forward with a scream that rattled the arena walls. She didn't stop until he stopped moving. Above. The control box fell silent. Admiral Kurzal watched through his multi-optic lenses. The old Velkarn commander, with 4 centuries of war behind him, swallowed hard. "She's not broken," he whispered. "No, sir," said his aide. "She's Deathworld human." "We should have expected." Ayla turned, looked straight at the observation window, as if she'd heard them, and walked toward the main exit. The massive facility doors were 12 feet tall, reinforced, electromagnetic sealed, designed to withstand siege weapons. They began to hiss as they locked further. But Ayla wasn't looking for the control panel. She grabbed the center seam of the twin doors with her hands, planting her boots into the alloy floor. Metal groaned. Sparks flew. And then, with a primal scream that echoed across the outpost, she tore the doors apart, ripping them open as if they were made of tin. Outside, several squads had gathered. Security mechs, drone cannons, and a full platoon of shock troops waited. They raised their weapons. "Get out of my way," Ayla said. The commander of the force, an old Sarat veteran, stepped forward. He stared at the bloody, trembling, furious young woman. She looked like she could take on a dreadnought with her bare hands. He didn't speak, just signaled for the troops to lower their weapons. Smart man. Ayla didn't even look back. Later that day, the footage of the incident was leaked. Galactic net channels replayed the video endlessly. The human girl taking 3 stun shots, destroying elite cadets, and tearing a blast door off its hinges. Outrage swept across certain sectors, but fear spread faster. The Galactic Assembly called for an emergency council session. Why is a Deathworlder allowed into elite military training? One of the reptilian ministers hissed. "She is a cadet," replied Admiral Kurzal, his voice grim. "She followed protocol. It was we who initiated combat." "But she could have killed them." "She didn't," Kurzal snapped. "That was restraint." The chamber fell silent. Back on Earth, Ayla's parents received a short message from her. "Still alive? They tried to break me. I broke the door instead." Her father laughed for 5 minutes straight. Her mother simply whispered, "That's my girl." 2 weeks later, Ayla returned to the facility. No one stopped her. In fact, every training room cleared when she entered. Alien cadets whispered about the Terran storm. She trained alone now. She preferred it that way, but she wasn't angry anymore. She'd proven her point. And the galaxy had learned the new rule: never ever shoot a Death Warder and expect the building to survive.